They're fooling people. Do you understand? They prey on people's insecurities. But yet, though, if you notice, they're very like aggressive. They're very like forceful. They're very judgmental. And the older ones are actually quite rude. Do you understand? If you speak to the older ones that have been indoctrinated, especially ones in like their 70s and their 80s, what I noticed, yeah, if they was really for the creator, yeah, why are these people still sick? Why are they still struggling with ailments? Make it make sense. Because I know what I struggled with, and I know what I was guided to do, and I did that. Hence why I don't have any ailments and I'm not on medication. Do you understand? And it's really funny how these are the worstest people where they're so rude. It's like they like to dictate and tell you what to do. And then if you try to speak, they tell you to like, hush, I'm not finished yet. But it's very like aggressive and it comes across quite bullyish. Do you understand me? I had a lady try that with me the other day and I had to just tell her straight, she's lucky I'm not the old version of myself. Because I would have verbally assassinated her. I don't care who your kids is. One thing I do know is manners don't cost nothing and respect is earned. You can't expect people to respect you just because you're older. But yet though, look at how you're moving. You can't walk, but yet there, where's all your 25 kids? Make it make sense. All right then. People like that really irritate me. So yeah, this lady was being really rude. And she was telling people, oh, hush, be quiet. I ain't finished yet. And it's like, if people continue to talk, she was actually like, people are like, hush, hush. I'm thinking to myself, BITC hates that could never be me. Because first off, grandchild. Let me just put it like that. I am my grandmother's grandchild. Point blank period. And it's wrong. Even the ones that say that they're Christian. But yet they feel that they have the authority to tell people, you're gonna burn in hell, you're sinful, you're this. Like what? Oh, so you can go out there and do bullshit and do spell work here and run back to your church and repent. Make it make sense. But anybody that may have had any kind of misfortune in life, you can't repent. Oh, you can only repent if you come to my church with my God. Hello? God is all over overseer. God is not owned by anybody. Make it make sense. Just so you know, these people ain't right in the head. They just market they're being exposed. I've been to many churches, many mosques. Yeah. And it's like the way they keep people in this zombie state. I'm just glad I didn't let these people touch me, I'm being honest with you. Oh yes, I can heal. Not saying that men can't heal, but women have healing energy. Not Jezebels or little spirits. Women have healing energy. Some of you are natural healers. Some of you do have a natural healing energy, which is why they wanted to isolate you, because they knew once you come into contact with certain individuals, they can sense that energy on you. This is something you can't fake. Do you understand? But at the same time, as much as you will attract people that need genuine healing, you're also going to attract the demonic narcissist. And top of the list is the family you was, I wouldn't say born into, because at this point, I'm being honest with you, I strongly feel that the family that I was assigned to, I don't belong to them. Understand? So yeah, you get labeled, you get ostracized, you get treated differently. And what's crazy is, you see the people in the community, you're guilty by association for the simple fact that you saw what was going on and chose to keep quiet. So what are we doing here? Whereas we would go out and see things even as a child and speak up on things, regardless of the outcome. It makes no difference. But anyway, what's good, collective? What's good? What's good, collective? What's good? I like to do it like that purely because I like to see people to see the cards as well. And of course, you know that when they think that they believe that the same family members that they took out for life insurance money or whatever property they own, like you got to remember, our grandparents um worked hard. Do you understand? Built their wealth only for their own offsprings to be the ones to bring them to their demise. They think we don't know. Why? Because you kept us at the funeral. My grandmother came to me in my dream. And that's what we watched you doing the spell recorder. I'm not thinking stupidly. I went and contacted a cousin and said, you need to check on mom. Do you understand? Not realizing he's part of it too. You're gonna pay for that, I promise you. In fact, you're paying for it already, so it is what it is. So you stole insurance money, you kept people or you took people off the beneficiary with your lies, forgeries, false documentation, bearing false witness, perjuring yourself in court. You did all of that after everything you've been doing for most of our childhoods, in fact. You know you stole our childhood. Some of your own parents trafficked you. Yeah. They knew you was being molested by certain family members and they didn't care because they benefited from that energy. Some of you was only around for your energy that you was providing. Literally kept the whole family going. And this is shit. Anything I'm saying, collective, you can research it and verify it yourself. Do you understand? So when these people like to say, "Oh, this person's crazy," listen. The prime example of crazy, yeah, is all the shit you people have been doing for God knows how many decades. Do you understand? Including the male side of the family. You're meant to be protectors. The only thing you was protecting is your dirty little secrets. The majority of them believe in incest and they're PDFs. Do you understand? They're PDFs. Some of them did it to their own kids too. You understand? And what they would do is then, once they've extracted that energy, they would then cloak themselves in that energy and then manifest their heart's desires whilst they're abusing you on the quiet. So you really did do a good, I would say a good traumatic job at what you did. I hope you're proud of yourself. But now you want us to be silenced because we're speaking up about what you've been doing. It's one thing you did it to us, but then you see when you come for our offspring, oh no, you got hell to pay. You got hell to pay. We're coming for your ass. And you think because you've stolen everything from us, you want to come and peep upon our platform to see just how we're doing. Still blessed, boo-boo. But I can guarantee you, I would even like to say what you look like. No amount of plastic surgery, makeup, or spell work can change who you are on the inside. That goes for those demonic siblings too. You know the ones that always wanted to wreck your relationships, always went after your partners? Yeah, those ones. Those ones. Ancestors. Oh yeah. Some of you, now that you're some doesn't want me to speak. Check this out. We've got Temperance, Queen of Swords in the upright, Knight of Wands, blue, indigo, and green. So that's your voice, your throat chakra, your intentions, and your heart posture. See, I don't like when people deceive others by making people believe that, oh, you have to be a good person because you're a person of the church or you're a person of God. That don't mean shit. That's got nothing to do with how your heart's being made. That got nothing to do with how you choose to treat people and go forward. but you want to smile in people's face in the daytime, but behind a cover of darkness, you're doing some wicked, evil, heinous shit, and now it's time to pay. Now it's time to pay. Was this in the upright? Yeah. We here, collective. And there's more than one of us on this platform. You'll know, yeah. It's because the genuine ones have it hard. You know, you see the ones that's doing the devil's work. I guarantee you, they're the ones with a ensemble of followers, probably even book followers too. Cause that's what you get in it. You get like, how can I say? You get fake notoriety or short-lived notoriety. And I like to see any one of these people here that are under the guise of these fake spiritualists. How has your life improved? Because you can get guidance is one thing, in it, but the minute you exchange money, if they don't have the right intentions, what they can then do is just steal your blessings with spell work. And that's what they do. So if shit starts to go left for you, or if your finances decline, that's why. And that's why the Bible says, my people perish through lack of knowledge. This is why. So yeah, you kept your composure. So you see, they expected, obviously, with all the sport that they've been doing. Because you know, swords is air in it. So we're speaking our truth. Do you understand? Temperance just means balanced. So you've had to balance both our light and dark energies. Some of us, I would say, was only imbalanced purely because of the people you was around. Not only that, but some of us hadn't healed from certain traumas that we've been through. Come to find out that the same perpetrators of said abuse and said trauma were still trying to puppeteer the same type of abuse from behind closed doors. I'm telling you, collective. And then these are the same people that will, if they know that you know, because they will go and get readings on you. So if they know that you know, yeah, they can't come towards you. All they can do is come upon you, come and spy on you from fake accounts. They will send other family members that they believe you've got a good relationship with, or they believe you're not aware that they're all batting for the same side, basically. And it's funny because you notice, yeah, how is it it can be 10, 15, even 20 years past, but every time these different family members approach you, why are the words always the same? See, there's an MO to these people, which is why for some of you, you just cut ties. But what I will say is everything they've done to you, they're going to pay for. They are going to pay for. Ancestors said blood for blood. Do you understand? Force of nature. The fact that you kept getting back up is what's pissing them off, really. You see, these people believe that, young people think that they got you all figured out. The amount of time that they've spent investing in your destruction and investing in destroying you, I've experienced it myself. It's funny how, when I said it, the same thing I said, I think I said it last week, that there's a lot of people trying to spin the block. And these are people that have betrayed you in some way, shape, or form. Again, the devil's working it. They really think that they can let a bit of time pass, do you understand me, and avoid accountability, knowing full what they've done. So you know what you need to do, collective? Call it out. The minute you call out exactly what you've done, yeah, you've healed, but you ain't gonna forget what they done, regardless. But because you didn't use that as a tool to enact some type of revenge on them, they feel like you're stupid. Vengeance isn't ours. Vengeance is the creators. That's what you don't realize. They're feeling it now. Not that they never admit it, but they're admitting it to themselves. They're fighting amongst themselves. We know this. Someone's very hot into the collar. They're scared now because they know that all the destruction it was perpetrating, it's done nothing. Remember, energy is like fluid in it, so it's like a boomerang. It's coming right back at them. There's nobody to shield them. In fact, at this point, I don't even think the devil's helping them at this point. So they're probably trying to make deals with other demonic entities on different realms. Some of them being rejected, in fact. Oh, you want to fight? The truth shall set you free. So yeah, because of your composure and your desire and intentions was pure in the sense of you chose not to have animosity or harbor resentment or have secret grudges like these people. The difference is we'd had every right to harbor resentment. The difference is we learnt the lesson, we took the guidance, we did the work. Like they say, that birds of a feather flock together. But some of you felt like you've never fitted in. And it's like now that you've evolved, it's a thing where, because I literally just experienced this just everything. I'll tell you afterwards. It was just so creepy. And it's either you repel them or they're gobsmacked. They're mesmerized. But some of them take it, you can just tell some of them take it a bit too far. One thing I will say is don't let these people touch you. You can have a conversation, you don't need to touch somebody. Do you understand me? Because I don't want you to transfer your nasty energy onto me. Sorry, we're not doing that. That's something I've had to learn over the years, yeah. And the minute they touch you, yeah, whatever they're struggling with, it's gonna engulf you, kind of thing. So then you gotta transmute their nastiness. Why? This is why I'm very funny about where I choose to go or where I choose to go around. Do you understand? And you've got to be very selective. Because it's all over the place. It's all over the place. Especially the ones that are just sit there. So you know what the devil does? He tempts you with lust. You know, these people, like, for instance, if they know, like, what your attempts are or what your goals are, they don't have to know the ins and outs. Do you understand? You can just, like, give them a little sprinkle, so to speak. Or not tell them at all. Anyone that tries to come at you in any type of lustful way where there's no conversation, it's all like everything that comes out their mouth is sexual in orientation, that's a red flag. This tells me that these are people that have no control. So they've succumbed to whatever temptations was placed before them. Whether that be if they took a dirty deal. So you kind of like relinquished your own will, basically. And they're trying to get you to do the same. And if that's not your path, that's not your path. But that's what that is. That's just a confirmation that the devil doesn't like to see you being a force of nature. The devil also doesn't like to see you being composed. Exactly. They're trying to tempt you to gain access to your new beginning. Hell no. Do you understand? Now, you know that you can only get access by one or two things, in it. If you engage with these people or if you come into agreement, which is why these people probably, I don't think they can do it no more, is they try to come to you in the astral state. For some of you, it's through fake love offers. And we all know about those, innit? Because some of them you've had a lot of those. For some of you, all of a sudden now it's like you're the apple of everybody's eye. But yet, though, collective, the energy's still the same. These are people that want to convince you that they've changed or They've learnt the lesson. But how? How have you learnt your lesson if you ain't even taken accountability for shit you did? I don't care if it was 10 years ago. The fact that you've avoided the collective deliberately, but yet you want to follow them and track them online and be like, oh, do you know I follow you? That didn't mean shit. You follow in secrecy. You follow in silence. Do you understand me? But yet, though, like I said, there's no accountability. So I'm just gonna say it now. Just call it out. That's what I did. The minute I started calling things out, like, if I'm forgetting, didn't you do X, Y, Z? Which is warranted by what? What did I do to warrant that? What do you believe or perceive I did to warrant that? Straight away, then it's all compliments. Over the top compliments. Really? I think it's quite hilarious, actually. And then the minute you reject them or you reject their advances, ooh, collective. See how mad they get. They get very aggressive, especially men too. Women are more, I would say, more devious in the sense of they would just give you the evil eye, but yet though, because they know they could listen, fist to fist, toe to toe, they can't do shit. It is what it is. But behind closed doors, they can be at their guns all day, every day. Oh, I do this, I can do that. They ain't doing shit. What's the case we did a long time ago? This is why they choose to dabble with spa work. Because they're weak and they're cowardly and they're very insecure. They want outside validation. For a lot of you, they want you to validate them. Nah. This is what it is. They want to be attached to your fresh start or they want it for themselves. But guess what? Our fresh start is our fresh start. And your karma is your karma. Do you understand? They're just mad at the fact of you're not opening up no doors for these people. They don't deserve a seat at your table. Do you understand? They stole the last one. Understand and see whoever they wanted to. There's no seat at your table this time. You understand? You need to leave them where they're at. Don't fall for, oh, I need help. No, boo-boo. Help yourself. Because when they did all that shit to us and tried to put us 6 feet under, we had to claw our way out. Whilst they sat and watched, laughed and mocked, even made bets. They sure did. They made bets, do you understand, on your demise. And look at us now. I can literally see someone like, I don't know, someone who was so shocked or if they got so enraged. Someone got heart problems or someone having heart palpitations. Like someone's like, I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it's, what is it that affects your breathing? Is it your lungs? It's your lungs, isn't it? I think your kidneys is what flushes out all the toxin. I think it's your lungs. So someone's got lung problems. Someone could have lung cancer. Can you get heart cancer? Someone's having like, I don't know if it's angina. Someone's having like palpitations. It's literally like the amount that they cannot cause a stress. So in turn, that's doubling their stress. Someone's also having problems with their joints. Someone could be having leg pains or, excuse me, and someone got, ooh. Either someone's got diabetes and they're not taking their medication, yeah, or someone has diabetes and I don't know. It's like, how can it, you get some people that, yeah, they're obsessed with how you think. It's like they wanted to destroy your imagination so that you couldn't co-create with the universe. What I'm seeing is, some people that will be so obsessed with what they've done. So whatever they're being paid to do, whatever entity they was in agreement with is tormenting them. Or maybe even if they did some type of spell work to affect your legs or, I don't know, any parts of your movement. Yeah, that's right in the most. Somebody has swollen feet. I don't know if it's water retention or if it's diabetes, because I know with diabetes, say for instance, if you're not supposed to consume certain things, sugar, sweets. But for most of these people, I'll tell you exactly what it is. Because these people ain't really eating properly. If they are, they're not eating healthily. They're eating junk, parasites. They're not only full of parasites. Just because it says Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi or Diet Sprite, let me tell you, the saccharin and the artificial sugar in that will kill you quicker than sugar. Yeah. Some of you, they're going out the same way they took out a Karen. So some of these people out here, I have to just say what I see. If you was some of you was given, whether it be alcohol or some type of illicit substance, you was secretly given to a parental figure or an elder, whether they asked you or not. That's not the right thing to do, knowing that they're not well. So you know what he was doing. That's why he was doing it in secrecy. Whatever it was, you tampered with it, or you was given something to add to it to seal their fate. You're going down for that too. Some of you may have messed with their medications or swapped it out. Do you know what I'm seeing as well? Ooh. Give me one more, please, Spirit. Why am I seeing that? Yeah, so this is why they did it. They ain't gonna get no fulfillment in this lifetime. Because they wasn't doing the work to earn the fulfillment. They was stealing from others and harming others to get what they wanted. You see, when you call things out, the universe will work with you to bring about justice and basically bring these people to the forefront. You've been knowing. Some of you've known about the gift since you was a child. They just try to keep it from you. What I'm seeing is you get those boxes. So it's literally like they set it up in a way where you wouldn't suspect anything. And this is someone that's not here now. They had is it like a medication thingy where you have all the days of the week and like the amount you're supposed to take. I'm seeing some capsules. Somebody's emptying up capsules and putting back empty capsules. So if you was given, so say you was a carer and you was given somebody empty capsules, and then they're wondering why they're not getting better, you're the culprit. So those of you that know somebody was a carer for these elders, they was negligent. They was just pure evil. And they slowly watch them deteriorate, knowing full what they was doing. Some of them got angry thinking, oh, it's taking too long. So they just ramped up the rituals or ramped up the spell work. Some of them may even have ramped up the poisoning, and being honest with you. And this is what they didn't want you to uncover. And he did that so, by them being this elder's carer, they would have access to whatever their assets was. So maybe that's how they was able to, however they did it. For some of you, it's not the same. However they did it, whether it be like they removed you as beneficiary, you understand? Or they lied, or they forged some type of paperwork, whether they doctored it up and changed things around and put their name where your name was supposed to be. Yeah, you're going down for that. Everything done in the dark is coming to light. But I'm literally seeing somebody was emptying out capsules, tipping the powder down the sink, putting the capsules back together, and putting it in the medicine thing. We do like the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Evil. Yeah, I know you're biting your nails. These people are stuck. They're stuck with what you did. You have to pay the price for what you did. They thought they could sacrifice someone else to take the place of what they did. Now, that is supposed to be in the reverse. Ooh. So if that's both in the reverse, that tells me these people tell me they're not passionate no more. Or where they're stalking and watching you, they know whatever they're experiencing their immediate environment, whether it be physically or what they're seeing around them. For so many people could be seeing paranormal activity. Some people are scared to sleep. Some people are like, how can I say, curtain twitching, where they're like scared to leave. It's like they're hiding in their own home. Any little noise is like their hearts. I mean, you hear like boom, 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 boom. So it's kind of like they're literally made to feel everything that they made, whoever they took out. However they felt in their last dying days or hours, yeah. You're being made to feel exactly that. Yeah, you've got no strength. So if you're passionate about taking out the divine collective, you're not passionate no more. You're telling people it's too hard. I didn't think it was going to be this hard. And this is why I say collective, not judge a book by its cover. Remember, you thought the collective was stupid, dumb, gullible, weak, which is every attribute that you people have displayed expeditiously. So, Queen of Pentacles. So this tells me they stole what was left for you. Or someone stole some type of inheritance. Whether it be material items or actual physical money. Yeah, they worked. This was in the reverse actually. So they worked hard to steal this. Or they worked hard to try to steal this. For some of you, they want to steal your gifts too, which is why they want to sacrifice you. Some of you, if you know that any of your passed over relatives had certain gifts, it's like the baton's been passed to you. I just feel somebody's spirit. Someone has a very unshakable spirit. So they tried the fear tactics, they've tried the isolation, they've tried the humiliation rituals, and nothing's worked. These are people that absolutely wanted you gone. But they're powerless. They're powerless and they're weak. Or they've been rendered powerless. Oh my goodness. Thank you. And I may even ask what relatives did they sacrifice for this? They ain't celebrating no more. They expected to get some type of big payout. Clearly, you see, by you speaking the truth, what happens is it's like it collaborates with the universal energy, like universal law type thing. So that's why they're not getting any fulfillment. I think they've realized that now. Both of these are in the reverse. So I could see someone saying like, "Oh, but when we did this, and before, it only took that amount of time for things to come through, or it only took that amount of time for this person to disappear." And now that they're not seeing that happening, this is something that they wasn't prepared for. Hilarious collective. They wasn't prepared for this. Oh no. I'm surprised my inner trying to what's the word when they report their lives. Yeah. It's literally like collective. Yeah. So they expected to be able to, with all their these are people like we got the A and we got the so they was working hard to obtain your life, your destiny, your essence, your gifts. For some of you, I mean, they took the material items already. They already stolen that. They was hoping that by doing that, they could kind of like, do you know what? These are, do you know, these people are sick. For those of us that have gone through like addictions and stuff like that, some of it was like bloodline, generational curses. We get that, but in others, it's literally like you was set up to fail from you as a child, basically. Those of you that knows what I'm talking about. So you had people that were supposed to be parental figures that plied you with this type of shit. They did this deliberately to weaken your spiritual defenses. Evil. So this is all the work that they did to steal your Ace of Cups, and it didn't work because they ain't getting no fulfillment. Or whatever they perceived to obtain, they didn't. Just move this hair out of the way. Yes, darling, I'm braiding my hair again. Yes, darlings. So yeah, that's what they wanted to do. It's like they're at their wits' end. So many people may just be. What's what I want to use? You know, when you just. So many people are accepting it is what it is, and so many people refuse to accept it. It's like they're still trying to fight, even though they ain't got a pot to piss in or windows to throw out of. And they're angry, so they're not thinking rationally or logically. It's like they're attacking blindly, which is making it worse for themselves, but it is what it is. You're still in your Ace of Cups collective, so keep speaking. Keep speaking, yeah. You're manifesting your heart's desires. Because you closed out certain chapters of your life, you did the work. Even as far as, how can I say, homing in on your own discernment, meaning the people that you allow around you. These are people that will be very charismatic with their words, very lovely and sweet until they get what they want. Do you understand? But if you continue to keep them at arm's length, the instant that they know they're not going to get what they want, how quick they change. Yeah, drastic change. Some of you, they may even try to attack you. They may even try and switch on you, like, and get like physical. Yeah, they couldn't put a death to your transformation, or they couldn't stop you from the transformation. The fact that you went through the transformation, this is what revived this. Does that make any sense? The fact that you, how can I say? The fact that you chose not to harbor ill will or even hold resentment. And that's absolutely true, by the way, because I used to be that person where I don't get me wrong, I had every right to be angry and hold resentment for what these people did to my childhood. Do you understand? And how they abused and stole my childhood and still try to abuse me in my adult years. Do you understand? But the fact that I've not sought revenge, it just brought me closer to the creator, really. Or I submitted to the creator. That's what you have to end up doing. And I promise you, when you do that, let me tell you, the feeling you get, you're going to know. I won't tell you what you're going to see, and I tell you why you can't. Because these people that are watching, what they would do is, because they've never done it, so they cannot speak on it. All they can do is watch others share their testimony, yeah, and then copy what they've said. Do you understand? To try and convince others. Nah, so I'm not being guided to share. What I will say is, once you get a response, because for everybody it's not going to be the same amount of time. The best thing I could say is you're going to know. You're going to know. It's because what you feel, let me tell you something. Once you're touched by the creator, in that sense of you've been through all of that and you begged and you pleaded, you've done your prayers, you're waiting to be acknowledged. The best thing I can say is you're going to know. Because the feeling that you get and what you feel is literally like he's going to literally teach and show you exactly what unconditional love feels like. Do you understand? That's the key element that these people are not aware of because they've never done it. So they're not going to know. So when you do get it, you're going to know. And that's when your life changes. I promise you. It's a feeling that you cannot put into words. What I will say is, yeah, for those of you that have been abused by these narcissistic, warlocky, and whether they're family members or even relationship or even friendships, anybody that's abused you in your time, put it that way, that disguise that as love. No, it's not. And that's the lesson you take from it. So once he shows you that, once he gives that to you, let me tell you, you're not going to let anybody betray you again. That's first off, yeah? Second of all, because of what he's already just instilled in you or awoken in you, that's going to give you high levels of discernment and self-awareness. So you're going to know from a mile off. Do you understand whether this person's a jinn or not? And that in itself is it's gonna make you not want to be around people. Do you understand? Unless they are your people, you don't want to be around certain people because you know that they like to transfer their energy onto you. But at the same time, the more you protect yourself, I promise you, you're gonna have people chasing you. They're gonna tell you all kinds of BS just that to make you or just to lead you into a false sense of security with them. Don't fall for it. Because it's all about you. Your focus is yourself. Do you understand me? Anything that the creator brings to you, let me tell you something. You don't need to question it. You don't need to second guess it. Do you understand me? That's the difference between the devil and the creator. Yeah, I told you. Listen, green is your heart chakra. Yeah? Sore losers, sore losers. Yeah, these are people that want you are gonna try and get. Listen, they want to argue with you for the decisions you made, or they want to argue with you for what you know. Do you understand? They want to argue with you for what you've learned. These are just, you meant to say these are just nothing but straight manipulators. If they cannot respect your wishes and they didn't want to acknowledge your growth, that's on them. So I can imagine what they're betting on now is which one of these warlock or Jezebelian energies can be the one to drag you back down. I just want to drag you to hell. Stop it, or drag you back to hell. Stop it. Because that's where they are. Literally, that's where they are. And you know, when they pass over, that's when the real karma starts. Let me tell you. They're going to be, listen, however they tormented you, put out on the scale of 100, 100-fold. Some of them is getting a taste of it now. They don't like your authority. Ooh, Tower in the reverse. This don't just give me. This is giving me people that they want to accept the fact that you don't want them in your life, or you don't want to be a part of whatever they have going on. This is telling me that these are people that are still trying to hold on to you, or trying to hold on to a old timeline and an old version of you that doesn't exist. It may exist to them because they're still in that timeline because they haven't done the work. Do you understand me? So you've been transported to a different timeline, the timeline that you should be on for the work that you've done, for the energy that you're vibrating in. You're gonna know. How can I say this? You know, when you could. I got heat bumps. Is anybody else getting heat bumps? It's like, oh, I know it's just so hot in it, but yeah. Well, let me just not get sidetracked. Anyway, these people, you can just tell by the conversations you have. This is why the more you pull back and not so much keep yourself sheltered, but be very mindful of what you share. You're not giving people any ammunition to come in or use that as an angle to lure you. That makes any sense. Because they can't mirror you because you know exactly who they are. Do you understand me? It's literally like they want to learn your talk and learn your walk. Do you understand me? How did you get here? What did you do? What did you experience? They know what they've done, but they can't believe that you're still sat here in one piece, not a hair missing, every hair intact. Do you understand? With a good heart posture. I think that's what's really burning them. It's like people that may have discarded you a long time ago want to act as though they never did, or make out like, oh, you switched up on me, or it wasn't me, it was you. Why? Because I won't normalize abuse. I won't normalize being a doormat. Do you understand me? I won't normalize being betrayed or cheated on. I won't normalize being around people with multiple different energies on them. Make it make sense. If that's not my energy, make it make sense. So don't, told you. I told you. There are also people that you get some people that don't want to accept that you are who you are, but they've always known that you are who you are. It's a thing where so many people seen it in you from you as a child. They just didn't want you to recognize it, so they had to do whatever it took. Or for some of you, you kind of was a paid experiment. Same as receiving some type of gain by allowing certain organizations to use you as some type of like guinea pig. Basically, I just heard war weapons. like test subject. You understand? For some of you, you're gonna know 'cause you've been experiencing this since school. So what they do is, I don't know what kind of, because you've got to remember certain things are in the food as well. Food is poison in it. Once you consume certain things and you have these parasites, because everything's energy in it, they can use that to, I don't know how they do it, like when they like MKO to you or they wipe your memory, but you can only get like bits and pieces that don't make sense, but you can sense or feel some type of familiarity to it. So you know it happened or you know it existed. But then when you ask these people, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Red flag. They know, all right? Yeah. Keep on running. Keep on hiding. Ain't no way you're gonna get away from this karma. Oh yeah, you ain't gonna get away. Collective. Yeah, do you know what it is? I think your ancestors are very proud of the way you bounce between energies. So when you need to be in that masculine King of Swords energy, you can. When you need to be in that Queen of Swords energy, you can. For some of you may struggle with that. Again, that stems from home life, maybe being a single parent or relationship breakdown. So therefore, you got to be the mother and the father. Do you understand me? And you didn't want to. I get it because I felt like that too. You don't want to have your children see you as weak in any way, shape, or form. So you take on that dominant, manly kind of role. And for some of you, you kind of just embraced it and stuck in it, not realizing you have to have balance of both. Do you understand? I know it's going to sound really bizarre, but this is how it is. For some of you, it's like you felt being feminine was like weak because of your experiences. Do you understand? And it is what it is. At least you can say you've experienced it, you grew from it, and you know better. Now, with these people, they never learn, but they will today. Yeah. Completion. It's literally like now you're just relaxing because you know you got nothing to worry about. No matter, how can I say, how it looks for right now. You got, excuse me, you got members. Things can change just like that. It's literally like these people could be throwing out different illusions, hoping to see what sticks or what you fall for, so to speak. You ain't falling for nothing. This is why they're just wearing their asses out. It's literally like for some of you, you are unity in the vessel because you kind of like you speak life into people. Not only that, it doesn't matter who you come across, you don't judge people for their immediate circumstances. You always try to give them a word of encouragement or like a word of advice. And for some of you, because you never got that, you never had that. These people can lie to whoever they want to lie to. But the fact of the matter is, if anybody came and asked you, they'd know. For some of you, people have asked you, which gave the right people a better understanding as to what you had to claw yourself out of, essentially. It's literally like your unity in a vessel. You bring about unity. Yeah. You're someone that's always coming up with different ideas. For some reason, this is why they were trying to steal your ideas. This is why they wanted to steal certain gifts from you, because you have that gift. The way you think analytically is not like everybody else. How can I say? Everybody else thinks within the box. You think outside of the box. Do you understand? So people can impersonate or mimic how they perceive you to be. Do you understand? You can never impersonate the blueprint, period. You can never impersonate the blueprint. So some of you, I even know some of you are giving other people ideas. And any ideas that you're giving people or suggestions is always to improve their environment or improve their life in some way, shape, or form. You're not out here with negative intentions like these people. So there are those of these people that are going to speak up for you and remind others how you assisted them, even when you may have been in a bad situation yourself, because that's who you are. And that's who they pretend to be. Fact of the matter. Yeah, you're very mindful now. So what I'm getting from this collective is now, before, because you was around the wrong energies and you was always triggered because of these people, what they did. I get it. It's like you're teaching them a lesson at the same time. You're seeing the benefits of the lessons that you learned, so you're not seeing it as animosity or holding resentment about the things you endured. It's equipped you with the tools that you need to have the life you desire, to have the life you deserve. Do you understand? And you're someone that's not afraid of hard work. You've worked hard to get to this point with zero support. So when these family members are out there saying, oh, well, I do this for this person, stop lying. Stop lying. Because you're going to get found out either way. Do you understand? You may have fooled the courts, you may have fooled the neighborhood that was complicit in your bullshit. But guess what? You can't fool the whole of society. This is why the divines leading you to your soul tribe. People that genuinely have your best interests at heart. Yeah. Somebody doesn't like me like someone hates when I speak or they hate when I come online. I bet you did. You thought I was gone? Oh no, boo-boo. I'm just getting started. Just getting started. Yeah, look at that. 3 of Wands to the Page of Pentacles. The Emperor. Now this could mean like for some of you, like if they've ruined, how can I say, if they've ruined opportunities or stolen opportunities, whatever the case may be, you know, the right people know now. So whoever these fake ass people are, you're being called out. You're being exposed yourself. Do you understand what I mean? Or I can see it as you've been leveled up in your authority because of the work you do and because the divine knows he can trust you. Like some of you could say you've passed the test, basically. Page of Pentacles. These people want to know, collective, because they know what they stole from you. They know how they made shit hard for you. But yet, though, you still come out looking $1 million. I know. It's literally like, for some of you, I think now you probably do, as harsh as it was, you appreciate what things were instilled in you as a child. I'm not talking the bad shit. I'm talking what little bit of goodness or little sprinkle of goodness that was instilled in you, or good qualities that was instilled in you. Do you understand? Because look where it led you. It's got you here. So some of you, your resilience, your resourcefulness, your sheer determination, your resilience is key, literally. I mean, a lot of people saw your struggle, and this is why they was like betting on your demise. Collective. Some of these people are responsible for certain people before you, their demise. whether or not you knew these people, you was close to them, or you had some type of encounters with these individuals. These people are cheering you on too. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. I know you make it look easy, but it was never easy. And that's because you just changed your mindset. So you're on your own voyage now. 5 and 3 is 8. Infinity. It's like you reached the milestone of I'm hearing infinite prosperity. I don't know why I'm even giving these words. I have no idea what that word means. Collector, I have no idea what that word means. But anyway, if anybody does know what the word means, let me know. Yeah, your possibilities are endless. But these people, I'm thinking, wanted to end or halt all possibilities. They wanted you to have no possibilities. Or they wanted you to be seen as like no potential. Those that have the eyes to see can see. Yeah. You've learned a better way to defend. You've learned the best way to defend yourself. That's why they're really mad. They thought they had you sussed. I'm getting reactive abuse again. I don't know why I'm getting reactive abuse. They thought they had you sussed. And for them to think that, collective, see it from this perspective, that should tell you or just confirm to you exactly how long these people have been doing it for. They've always been doing this shit. They've done it to other family members too. So for those of them that was saying that you was crazy, portraying you to be crazy, getting fake documents to facilitate that, no, boo-boo. That's them. So everything that they said about you, which was obviously untruths, they're being viewed as that. That's how they're being observed. Or that's what other people see in them. Everything they said about you is now being seen in these people. Yeah, they hate the fact that you're secure in who you are and who you're going to be. A lot of them do want to say that they're proud of you. I just heard begrudgingly. Yeah. So this tells me that those of them in the reverse, whatever abundance they stole from you or other abundance they try to keep from you, they have to return it to you. Or they're no longer able spiritual, but they're no longer able to block you from your own abundance, block you from what's rightfully yours, block you from your birthright. Understand? Because they know you would go out there and help other people. Do you understand? Whereas they might portray that. Do you understand? They would just say that just for the image of it. Do you understand? But they can't show no proof of them actual taking those actual actions. The only way they're going to do that is if they place them into lies and say, oh, yes, well, this person did X, Y, Z. Lies. Yeah. They're mad because you're an inspiration. For some of you, you had to inspire yourself. That took some work. It does take work to inspire yourself. Yeah, these are people. If truth is out, that means that just tells me now, how can I say? All doors are open, like all roads are open. It's like your options are limitless. But for these people, they have 0 options. Ace of Wands. With this new lease on life, this fresh start, this Ace of Cups and this Ace of Wands, you know you're going to make the right choice for you and for the ones you love. period, because you did the work. What you did, these people can't fake, put it that way. For a lot of you, this is why some of these people try to, how can I say, steal your story and try to make it their own. Maybe they did it a bit too much, but I'm seeing that there's other people, however they know you, know things about you, or they know you from your childhood. I've spoken up. So if someone's out there lying about their experiences, I don't know if it's a friend or even one of their family members that's coming out and being like, no, why are you lying for? That never happened to you. You had a privileged upbringing. Yeah, someone's being exposed horribly. I just heard publicly exposed. Someone's being exposed publicly. So if they was, I don't know, in the whether that's in the community or online, exactly. I said you were secure. Or because you did the work collective, this could be what you're calling in, because you're already a Queen of Pentacles, so maybe you're calling in, or the divine and the ancestors have picked a King of Pentacles. And it's a picture perfect match. Yeah. Some of these people wish now they would never have done what they've done. They wish they would have retreated when they had the chance, but they didn't. So that's on them. Yeah. So this tells me could have been in the reverse, but that's how it landed anyway. So yeah. Because you speak life into situations and people and things, even the way you inspire others. These are people that was trying to distort you to change your luck, or didn't want you to have any good luck. So for me, that tells me that these are people that are destined for nothing but misfortunes and bad luck because of the choices they made. It's got nothing to do with the collective. Do you understand? If you made that choice, take accountability. Got nothing to do with us. Yeah, this is what you're experiencing now. Harmony, bliss. Whether that be physically, spiritually, energetically. Yeah, some of you have been either you're about to, or you took responsibility for your own heart posture, meaning you don't seek validation outside yourself, if that makes any sense. It's actually like these people thrive on like trauma bonding to make themselves feel better. And without these little cronies around them, they can't handle life. Whereas these are things that you've had to learn and grow from. Which is why you've been handled this upgraded level of responsibility, because you've been responsible. You've displayed nothing but responsibility. Do you understand? You make choices from a balanced heart space, is what I want to say. Because green is your heart chakra, in it. So that means tell me that decisions that you don't make decisions on how you feel. You make it for the greater good. So it's literally like you're using foresight as well. Whereas these people make decisions for the moment, which is mad because it's literally like history repeating itself. So they got to stay in that karmic loop collective. That's got nothing to do with you. Yeah. Told you. You've already transitioned into your higher self. And it's all about the response, how you choose to respond to things. Told you. They can no longer mess with your manifestations. Yeah. So not only are you reviving, Three of Cups is kind of like, how can I say? You can look back at all you've achieved and celebrate, whereas you may have not felt like it, or maybe because what you was up against, you never had the time to, or even live in that moment of things you've achieved since you started this journey, is what I want to say. So I'm saying when you first start, before these people started targeting you left and right, whilst they thought you was down and out, is now coming into fruition. It's here. So it was only delayed. They couldn't block or stop or steal it, period. Oh shit. These people was not victorious with stealing the Ace of Pentacles. Or stealing your Ace of Pentacles. Because look, we got on the bottom, we got the Six of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Six of Wands in reverse with the Ace of Pentacles. Remember, Wands is fire, so that means they was attacking you for your shit. Make it make sense. They was attacking you for what belongs to you. They was attacking you for your destiny. They was attacking you for your birthright. They was attacking you for what other relatives left for you. This just confirms why they left you what they left you, because so many people knew from when you was a child you would do the right thing. For some of you, trigger warning, some of these people left you this as a way of saying sorry for also what they participated in doing to you in your childhood. That's like their way of like not saying relinquishing responsibility, but kind of like compensating you. Do you understand? Which these other relatives tried to steal. For some of you, yeah, you know who these people are. It's like their intention was to kill your motivation. Again, it's like they tried to make you who they are, and then they tried to impersonate who you are. Yeah, shit. Look at that, collective. Look at that. Confirmation, huh? This tells me the lies they told and said that what they did towards you, nefarious, was judgment. No, it wasn't. That was the wrong decision. So clearly, they effed up. Clearly, they effed up. Okay? They believe that they could be judge, jury, and executioner and not take accountability for it. And our survey says, yeah, they're just mad because you're awakened. They don't want you to awaken. For some of you, what these people don't realize is, yeah, and this is exactly how I heard it. Had they left you alone, you may not have realized, or you may not have investigated. And I don't know if you can agree, collective, put a yes, put a red heart in the chat, yeah, because I'm telling you, yeah, this is exactly how it was for me, yeah. I think to myself, hold on a minute, if I'm troubling nobody, yeah, why are these people, these relatives going so hard at me? I don't understand. If I've done everything right, for instance, if I got myself sober, clean, off of medication, do you understand me? Change my life, started to educate myself, live better, change my diet, all of that shit. You don't have to come with bouquets of flowers. Do you understand me? But see that I've done great on my own. You didn't support any of this. The only thing you were supporting was my downfall. And I still ain't mad at you. I let that shit go. Do you understand me? So for these people to be mad at the fact of you're doing better, clearly states that they banked on your failure because they were trying to cause your failure. So if they cause your failure, that just tells you they've been doing it to many other people. And it's funny how the same stories that they said about other relatives is now being said about you. Exactly. Thank you. And that's quite sad. Because to think that you didn't have to endure the things you did, and they was hoping and praying it would just make it easier for them to take you out. All for money and greed. All for money. It's all about all for money, greed, and envy. And these are people, you got to remember, these are people that will hide behind the Bible and condemn you, but yet, though, they're the ones that have, how can I say, that have signed some type of blood oath with Baal. What's it then? There's Baal and then there's, I heard two. I heard two. This is also why I know, because I don't know why. When I was on my spiritual journey, I think the Creator wanted to open my eyes because I really believed that to have a connection with God, I had to go to church. Do you understand? But I remember the traumas I had from certain churches, what I saw that should never have been happening. Like, you're not supposed to be fornicating with the congregation. Do you understand? You understand me? All right, if you're baptizing someone, you're baptizing someone. But this man was, listen, there's ways to go about things. I've never seen people baptize someone to the point of this person's fighting for their life, being pushed underwater. They're fighting. And of course, when you're like 6'7", that's going to terrify you. So I ran. What do you mean? And I got sent back. Imagine. All that was done to scare you into submission, basically, and keep you in line, to make it easier to indoctrinate you. And it's funny how I had to go to so many churches. And then the vibes I felt was being confirmed. I was guided not to engage, just observe. And that's what I did. And that's when I knew the power of my own energy, purely because the pastor targeted my friend. And I've said this before. If you look back on my, I've talked about this before. My friend, I'm not going to mention the churches. I can, but I'm not. My friend wanted me to go to their church because they was having some, what's it called? Adventist, something like that anyway. Some 7-day Adventist. Yeah, malarkey. So I thought, let me just go and, because they asked me to come with them. Yeah, I thought, cool. So I went. Now, this is their church. When I tell you, the way this man was prompting around up and down on the podium, I knew straight off the bat. And I'm thinking to myself, why am I sensing this? Why am I'm feeling everybody else's energy in the congregation, get me wrong. But whatever they believed or whatever they came into agreement with had full control over these people, let me tell you, because they was all like this. And this man was going around the church, and I said, and it says, yeah, you cannot judge no one else unless you judge yourself. So why do you go around the congregation judging people and literally verbally tearing them down? So a woman's breaking down crying in the congregation because you're telling her that she's a failure. But you said it like 20 times. And I felt the energy from him calling her a failure and telling her how many failings she's had in life. Who are you? Do you understand me? It's like they use their title as a reason to abuse and manipulate others. And especially if they may have had their heart broken while they was young. The women in the congregation was the target, because I'll be honest with you, collective, yeah? There was no balance. I could count the amount of men in that church on one hand. And I was surprised thinking, huh? And some of these women said that they was married and had husbands. I'm thinking, oh, mate, so where's your husband? I didn't say it, I was just thinking it. And even like the way they was dressed, the way they was like mesmerized by this guy. And if you seen how he was dressed, I felt embarrassed, like, because I've never seen that before. I've seen people, yeah, it was all good to look smart and all the rest of it, but you're supposed to have humble. You're supposed to come to people with humility. He didn't. It was like the big I am. You know that film? Do you know what mind me off when it says the devil was Prada? This man looked like the devil in red bottoms. I never forget, it was black studded red bottoms. Do you understand me? Even how he presented himself didn't feel right. The way he was walking around all suave. You know, it just looked like a warlock in disguise, literally. And then he's telling people, oh, I can heal you, this, that, and the third. And I'm listen, nothing was prepared. Nothing was pre-prepared. Even when he took out the so-called holy oil, I didn't see you pray on it. I didn't see you bless it. I didn't see you consecrate in holy water. I didn't see you do none of that shit. I'm watching you turn your back, blatantly hiding behind the podium, and you're pulling out a bottle of olive oil from Asda. And you put it, I swear to God. And he pulls it out, yeah, and he's shoving it in this drug, and he's making out like it wasn't even, do you know what? He was just mumbling something quickly for about 3-4 seconds. I never forget. And then you got these people lined up, believing that they're going to be healed. Collective, he didn't heal one of them. So even I was like, I'm looking at my friend thinking, and you want me to come to this church? You want me to join your church, so to speak? Because that time I was actually, on honest, I was looking for a church. Because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. Yeah? So boom, he's trying to convince me to join his church. Hell no. My people perish through lack of knowledge. I knew instantly. Do you understand me? So anyway, these, and it was just pure women. I think there was probably like one man, but he was in a wheelchair. It's one thing to say you're a healer and lie, yeah, but it's another thing to have a paralyzed person in a wheelchair and you're telling this person that you will make them walk by tomorrow. And at first, you could see it wasn't gonna work. He did all that splashing of the oil and did all that bullshit. And then the man said, "Oh, because you're paralyzed, you might have to wait a little bit longer. It may take a little while to have any effect." So then people there with ailments not as severe as the guy in the wheelchair, it just looked like a big act, like an Oscar-winning performance. It's literally like I was sat in the trip, but it's literally like I was watching these people on TV. The way the ladies was like, when he did that, the way they dropped to the floor and was screaming. And then I saw someone in there that I knew. And she came in there because she has an illness. What is it again? What's the illness that black people get with the blood? And it makes you have pain all the time. It begins with an S, I think. You know what I'm on about? The one that is mostly predominant in black people, yeah? And she, imagine, this girl paid money for this healing mine. They paid money. And she did the same thing, but the joke is, excuse me, she wasn't healed. There was a lady there with problems with her mobility. She wasn't healed. And then he kept saying about, yeah, you may have to come back and, or he may have to do like a private one for them, where he can actually take more time with them. So not only are you taking money already, you're blagging these people. I can see you're blagging these people, but yet they're still in the queue. And then you're talking about a woman that's coming there because her husband is involved with infidelity. And I'm thinking to myself, so hold on a minute, if that's the case, how can you heal the husband? You can't heal the husband for the woman. Ain't they both got to be there? Do you understand me? This lady's crying her eyes out. And I'm thinking to myself, geez. And then, yeah, I didn't stay till then, I'll be honest with you, because I said to this guy, I can't sit in there no more. Because I'm looking at this guy thinking to myself, I wanted to say something, but something in me was saying to me, no, just hold back. Because he kept looking at me, but he didn't say nothing to me. I think he could sense my energy. I could see right through his bullshit. And then he picked on my friend. Never forget, he picked on my friend. Imagine what he did. He was like, oh, if anyone wants me to pray for them, this, that, and the third, raise your hand. So my friends raised his hand. About 8 people raised their hand in the church, yeah? But we're literally like 2 rows back from the front. So we're right there in front of him, yeah? And there's people to the left and people to the right. There's about 10 to 11 rows of seats, yeah? And about 8 people in different sections put their hand up to be prayed for, yeah? Now, mind you, he comes off the podium again, all suave, but it's like, he spoke to my friend for 2 seconds, and I'm looking him dead in his face. He's like, this man couldn't make eye contact with me. It's like whatever he fought for my energy unnerved him. And I'll tell you why. Because he went to everybody else in the church, although my friend put up his hand, I think it was about second or third. He still didn't come back to my friend. He said, oh, I'll come back to you in a few minutes. He never did. So my friend stood up waiting for this man to come, and he never did. So I look at my friend thinking, you've been stood up for almost 10 minutes. And this man has not yet even come back. He hasn't even acknowledged you. And this is what you're giving your money to? And this is after he said, oh, what is it? Give an offering or some shit like that, he said. And he was handing around collection bowls. Do you know this man still put money in the bowl and never got answered? Imagine that. It never came back to him. That's how long we waited, and it never got back to him. So I'm like, you know what? I don't really feel comfortable anymore. So if you want to stay, that's fine. Thank you for inviting me, but I need to go. And even he was like, I think he felt embarrassed. I think he sensed that I was not impressed. Do you understand? He was just left there. But all the women, yeah, he flocked to them like flies to shit. But my friend, he didn't acknowledge him after that. And that's even after you put money in the bowl. So I'm thinking to myself, is it because you only put a fiver? I didn't say it, but that's what I was thinking in my head. And I didn't say anything. And let me tell you something. After that, I think my friend, he probably felt embarrassed at the fact of he made up all this big song and dance about his church, how good his church was, and this, that, and the fourth, what work they're doing to bring me there for me to see that. He avoided me after that. Never heard from me after that. And I never went back to that church neither. Do you understand? Nope. Disgraceful. And the wicked thing, yeah, see it? I sense that it's because of the energy that women possess is why he felt to infiltrate females. Because men are all about ego, innit? Because when I used to go to church as a child, yeah, there was a good mixture of both. Even when I first started to go back to church, when I had my first spiritual awakening, it was more filled with, not saying every male in there was with had a partner, but it was a good mixture of both. I've never been to a church where it is, and it just fell off. Do you understand me? It's literally like this man on the podium. This is exactly what I felt. This man on the podium, yeah, had these women lusting over him. Because how else could you be that stupid? How can you insult me like that repetitively, make me burn my eyes out, everybody's looking at me, but I'm still stood there. And I'm then going to put money in the bowl to stand up in a line to not be healed. Make it make sense. It's literally like it was under some type of spell or some type of trance. And I didn't like it one bit. Yeah. Now it's time for you to celebrate. The insight of your spiritual enlightenment. Yeah, what you share, collective, will yield you your accomplishments. And that's just a reward. It's not like you're out here trying to, what's the word? Scam people. Like these people making fake accounts are doing. Or so many people trying to record your shit. You understand? Make a fake profile of you to monetize on that. You don't have no consent. And I call judgment on that too. Because that's the type of shit these people do. But yet, though, want to report your video deliberately to get it slowed down so that they can put out the content that they stole from you and get money from it. That's what these people have been doing. They've done it to a lot of people. Yet, though, you're out there telling the world, oh, this person's fake, this person's a scammer. But yet, though, we don't need to convince anybody. We teach people two different ways. Do you understand? Discernment. But I do feel that because you have leadership qualities, you're not a follower. And because you wouldn't follow certain people's bullshit, they try to bully you into it. And it's the end of all of that. It's the end of them being able to have any impact or effect. And the thing about it is, once one person sees you in your true light, You'll just give other people inspiration to do the same. You don't have to go through another person to have any connection with the divine. That's lies. And don't let these people that I just call them Bible bashers. I'm just gonna tell it like it is. Do you understand? That it was devil's going. You know, tell me funny. The older ones indoctrinate the younger ones, but the older you'd expect the older ones to have more integrity. Oh no, 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 no. It's like whatever spirit of egoism that they've got is heightened, personified, in fact. Just how it's literally like they chastise you. Imagine you're a fully grown adult. These people are like walking coffins at this point, but they talk to you like they're your parent, like you're a child. Even like how they belittle you with their speech, and then when you go to speak, they're like shut, shut. You see, little things like that. Back in the day, that would trigger me. Like who you pointing at? Who you like telling to shut up? Like that would be me. But I would just sit there and watch it. And what was it he said to me? I gave somebody a mango. Imagine, it's a group that I go to. It's not her group. This is a group that she's joined. Check this out. But because she's in the church and she's a walking coffin, she thought she could tell me, "Oh, you can't just give one and give and not the rest." Says who? If I've got a relationship with one person that I go to the group with because they've helped me with certain work, how are you going to tell me that I must go and buy a box of mangoes for everybody? Bitch, you paying for it? Like they try to tell you how to live your life. I don't tell you how to not heal your swell up foot. So how are you going to tell me how to live my life? You don't know me or anything I've been through. So what are you talking about? And then because you're old, I must listen to you. Hell no. Make it make sense, collective. And as you exerting your leadership qualities, you're not going to tell me how I must move forward or what I can and can't give to who I want to give to. Because there's some people in my group, I get on everybody, yeah? But I already know there's certain people in the group that don't like me because I'm black. They may speak to me because obviously we're in a group setting. But other than that, it's just like, how can I say? It's like dead end answers. Like, whereas me, if you ask me something, I'll have a conversation with you about it. Whereas this person, if you ask them something, it's just like dead end answers. It's like you can tell they don't want to engage with you. So cool. So why would I go out and buy a box of mangoes, which is not cheap, because there's like 9 of us in the goddamn group? Are you crazy? And be giving that shit freely like my name's Dickhead? I don't think so. So I said, so why don't you do that then? If you want to complain about the same thing, then why don't you do that? Instead of coming there trying to take over and dictate to other people. But have respect for your elders. No, have respect for yourself. Respect is earned. Manners cost nothing. And I've shown you nothing but manners. But you're not gonna overtalk me and then hush. I'm not finished speaking. You've been speaking for about 20 minutes now. The group's only for an hour. No, the group's for 2 hours. Do you understand? But you've been speaking for almost 20 minutes now. And you're not making you just it's like you're repeating yourself. Oh, do you know what even that is? Well, that's like you're trying to cast some type of spell with your words. Like, I must listen to you. I must listen to the words coming out of your mouth. I must listen to your tone. You're trying to put me in a trance. Bitch, no. No. So I left. And I left purely because sometimes, I'm not going to lie, sometimes I'm not in the mood for it. And I didn't want to, even though I don't regret nothing I say, I wasn't really looking to hurt her feelings. But I would have done had she carried on. Because some of the people need to be put in their place. But you see, with me, I can be very brutal with my words. Even I've learned to like refrain from saying certain things. For some reason, I wanted to. Because of how I seen her treating everybody else, I just didn't like it. I don't like things like that. I don't like bullies. I didn't like it. Because I know what is that when I was bullied. Do you understand me? And nobody came to my defense. I had to defend myself. So I'm seeing other people trying to, and you got to remember, everybody in that group are coming from all walks of life. So that person could have been still healing from their own trauma. But then you're going to add to it with that kind of behavior. Who do you think you are This is not what you think it is. Don't let my looks fool you. Okay? But yeah, I would have tore another piece out of her. Then I was going to say to hold in a minute. So, if your God is so great, my love, Mrs. Coffin Dodger, why is your leg swollen? But yet, I can guarantee you, the same money you've been putting in that collection box, you could have put that money to your own healing and healed yourself. How about that? You're giving to a false God. Because it ain't the creator. If that was the case, he would have guided you, yeah? All right, boom. Whether it be change your diet, get this herbs, or put this ointment together, and your ass would have been healed. Because guess what? I did it. Off of what? 8 different medications, 26 tablets a day. You tell me. So nah. And that's the same thing that you can use to utilize your new start. Told you, I ain't telling you no lies. I don't need to. Because everything can be checked and verified. And the difference is with lies, you got to have a good memory. So when these people are lying, unless I think someone did, someone probably was. I know someone's got a little black book. I read a little black book. Either a little black book or a diary or both. So maybe somebody was out there writing down the lies so to make sure that they would remember it. I think someone might have got caught out, or somebody's story may have changed. There was some type of inconsistency, which like started some type of doubt. But even still, you can write that down how much you like. It's not the truth. So when you keep telling the lies, by accident, what happens is by accident, you start slipping out bits of truth. Do you understand me? Yeah. But it's out here in the Ace of Swords. The divine backed us up. Period. That's why then, man. Look at that. Some people, they want your position because it's funny how the King of Wands landed on the Spiritual Enlightenment card, the Hermit card in the upper, and the Emperor card in the upper. So that tells me this are the qualities you have. Or this is the energy that you stepped into fully, if that makes any sense. No apologies given. It's not up to us to like downgrade ourselves, or even how we speak on things or how we present ourselves to suit your feelings or to make you feel better about yourself. No, that's not going to fly, because that's manipulation. That's covert manipulation. Yeah. You know what motivates us. Let me pull something from the I'm trying to use the cards that I don't really use that often. I was guided to give the other ones a break. But anyway. Hierophant in the reverse. Yeah. It's literally like the divine healed you or guided you to the point of for you to see and feel and embrace your own importance and your own self-worth. Like I said before, innit? From the divine validates you, you can't contend with that. Period. And anybody throwing negativity at you is a reflection on them, not you. They're just mad because they want to project how they really see it, but they're trying to make out like, oh, we think we're this and we think they're that. No, boo-boo. That's what you think and feel. So those of them that's out there trying to impersonate how we present ourselves, how we speak, even like all our little gestures, like our hand gestures, how we express things, how we dress, even the little quotes we say. People are trying to copy and act as if it's them. No, boo. They're not acknowledge who they stole it from. Make it make sense. Like I said, you can never replicate the blueprint. The blueprint will always be the blueprint. The truth hurts, I know. So I don't mind when people jump off. So some of you, I know I hit a sore spot. Like, ouch. But if I've hit a sore spot collective, that should tell you that there's something you need to work on. Alright, wands. Ooh. So just telling me that these people, because in the upright, so it's like with what they was doing with their little tactics, yeah, they were trying to make you fight against you. Listen, I don't know what worked in the past, but for the collective, the past no longer exists. That timeline is obliterated. You may be stuck on that timeline, and that's unfortunate, guys, but it is what it is. Got nothing to do with us. You cannot change us to go back to how you want us to be or what made you comfortable. That's not going to fly. These are very ego-driven, narcissistic male and females. Told you. Notice how that flipped in the reverse? Someone that was doing magic. And there's only one. So this is someone that's dark. So this is someone that does dark energy work. This is probably someone that gave up their free will. Or they was one that gave into some type of temptation to gain some type of false sense of power. How sad. So this is you get some people that like to show off, brag and boast. That's that individuals. And if these people you've encountered or people you may have used to know or may have been around, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. These are always the loudest ones in the room. I call them the loudest ones, but the scariest ones. Do one more for the... So this fell on the floor. A fool card is like the new beginning, isn't it? So this is telling me 7 of Wands. Ooh. So collective, 5 and 7 of Wands. So maybe these people are they're either trying to figure it out or they're arguing and fighting. There's conflict amongst these people now because they're wondering how we was able to defend ourselves when they teamed up. You see, they thought they had strengths in numbers, yeah? Wrong. Because guess what? You spiritually outrank all of them put together. Not only that, you was also being supported spiritually by the same relatives that they took out for their assets. Do you understand? That's like saying you got the backing of all the ancestors. And probably theirs too. I think their ancestors have disowned them, I'm being honest with you. But Junior, they was out to do magic. He was doing devilish magic. Do you understand? Whereas they could have done it the right way, which would have been to be honest, truthful, have honor, be humble, take accountability. But whatever entities they conjured up with this devil energy, that put a battery in their back till they thought it was invincible, untouchable. Probably because they feel that because they haven't received what they believe is, or they haven't been caught for the crime that they've been committing. These people think they're never going to be caught. Wrong. It's ready in motion. And I notice the divine's got a canny way of making shit happen when they least expect it. So I guarantee this many people are sitting pretty thinking, oh, life is great. I've got their house, I've got their assets. They believe yeah, you can't steal people's identity because we're still alive, so make it make sense. So if anybody's out there living under the collective's identity, you're going to jail. Do you understand? You're going to jail. So these are people that are mad. They're fattening them into sauces because you was never meant to get this far. You was never meant to escape for some of you. And it's literally like all the traps they set for you, they fell in themselves. Like I said, like a domino effect, one by one by one by one by one by one by one. This is a whole lot of people. I could equate it to maybe like a football team's worth of people or even more. I just heard different cliques. I just heard covens of organized crime. Masons, Eastern Stars, Skull and Bones, Rosicrucians. And you all have their own little, is it some type of symbol, whether it's a brooch or like a shape of something. Say for instance, I'll give an example. Say for instance, they will have like a Pacific tattoo. So if anybody else sees that tattoo, they're gonna know, oh, you're part of the same cult, so to speak. This is how they know without having to have actual interactions. That's why they call it secret society, because it's meant to be a secret and no one's meant to know. But we know, we know, we know, and you know, we know. Oh, this is why they say that you're crazy, because you know, you see. The divine will always reveal things to you when need be. Just like I saw he was gonna start, the devil was gonna try and send someone from my past where I was like unhealed. And it is someone I saw a post where someone said, you're gonna see people that you may have had encounters with like in the past, and then you see them and you're like, they give you the ick. Yeah. Like, ooh. Like, I don't know what kind of mind frame I was in, but I know I was vulnerable, I was unhealed. Yeah, I probably had like low self-worth, low self-esteem. And then you're trying to like represent yourself like you're up to par. No, boo boo. And I was very polite with it too. Not interested. Sorry. Next. So yeah, that's why they're really mad. You defended your own new beginning by staying the course, staying unbothered, not acknowledging these people. That's all it is. They want you to acknowledge them. Like I said, if you engage in any kind of back and forth with these people, that's just an easy way. That's just like you giving them their energy. So they're thinking, oh yeah, they're still interested, or I still got power over them. It's sick. But these people are sick individuals because they're unhealed themselves. Even if they are prehistoric, they're still old as shit. And you're gonna know. Because they prefer individuals that's below half their age. Yeah. Because they need to feed on other people's energy to sustain themselves. They can't sustain their own energy because they gave up their own free will. So whatever entity that they conjured up or they took oath with, that's what's devouring them. So they got to feed the entity. Do you understand? And that is mad because you won't let them feed on you. Why would we? Why would we? Told you, someone was trying to attack you. 6 of Cups, Knight of Swords, 7 of Swords. Oh, look at that. Also, no, 2 swords in 1 cup. So they were trying to attack your happiness, or they were trying to attack you to change things in your happiness, or to stop it, destroy it. What a wicked set of people. Or maybe so many people try to go back into the past and rewrite something. Obviously, if they're doing that, they would have had to have been doing this. You can't go back in time and change things. It doesn't work like that. Especially if it's a timeline that you've already healed from. So they was attacking our character, basically. That's what you're doing. You're trying to attack your character. Or change how people look at you. And clearly that didn't work. Clearly that did not work. Yeah, now they're burdened. So by doing that, they could cause you burdens. Like now, because look what's on the bottom, 10 of Swords. That's burdens. Burdens and betrayals. So they were trying to do that to backstab you, to betray you. So if they wanted you trapped in a traumatic past, now they're trapped in the same traumatic past they're trying to trap you in. All right, let's see what the ancestors have to say. Hey. Get some shares out, if you don't mind. Can you see? It's not that. I should have put on both lights. And let me see. 1. So if you're in it, the least you can do is share the live. Don't ask for much, but that to be appreciated. Please and thank you. I need to start using these a bit more. Thank you. It costs nothing to share someone's live. What I see it is, if I grow, we all grow together. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Thank you for reposting. I appreciate that. Thank you. And it could cost nothing to share a live. And I'll give you for that. I'll give you a card. I'll pull a card for you. Let me get a deck that I haven't. Hold on. I don't use these ones. I use these ones. This is like your everyday ones. So what are these 2 names? Origin and is that S.Z. Pilka? Is that your name? Is that I got that right? I don't want to get it wrong. Sorry if I did get it wrong. So Spirit, let me get a card for these 2 individuals, please. Can you tell Origin EL? something about themselves, something that they need to know. Please and thank you. Can I get a card for Origin EL Spirit, please and thank you. Can I get a card for Origin EL, please and thank you. Let me get one card for Origin EL Spirit. That was quick. I don't know why I feel panicky. Now, before I say anything, don't see it as a bad thing. There's a tower here and it's in the upright. What I will say about the tower card is, yeah. Listen, the universe will only remove from you things that don't serve you. So say for instance, if you're doing something that you're not elevating from, but you want to elevate, this is the kind of thing that it will do. It will take something away from you because there's something better in store. It could be that, but let me just give you a little bit more. So don't see it as a negative, please. Don't see it as a negative. I'll give you a bit more insight right now. Yeah. Something around you that's not solid. So, just an example, yeah? If you went into a collaboration with somebody and you believed that this collaboration was going to be solid, it wasn't. So by it falling apart or it crashing down around you or destruction, that means it's making way for better opportunities. Do you understand? Wherever this was, if it didn't yield you no growth, it's not for you. That makes any sense. But sometimes you like to stay where it's comfortable. This is kind of like the universe pushing you to evolve and go with the flow of the changes because it's going to bring better to you. Do you understand me? What you're deserving of. So I'm kind of, yeah, don't resist it. Because if it was in the reverse, that means that you're trying to resist the changes of it. So whatever this is, it's still a good thing. It just means that it's making, by you allowing it to crash, basically, let things happen. Let this, in a sense, let the chips fall where they may, kind of thing. But just know that it's for your own good, and that's the universe's way of guiding you or bringing in better. Do you understand? Kind of like giving you what you deserve and giving you your worth, basically. So just see it like that. All right, can I get one from, what was the other person's name again? SP Pilka. Can I get a card for SP Pilka Spirit, please? And thank you. So if I'm right, then you know I'm right. If I'm right, you can put a blue heart if I'm right with what I just said to you. Origin EL. Can I get a card for SZ Pilka? Can I get one card for SZ Pilka Spirit, please? Thank you. Oh. Oh. You balancing out finances? Or maybe you may have had some issues with finances. 9 times out of 10, it's not always you. It could be people around you. So if someone around you is negative, that will cause you to be unbalanced. And again, be careful who you help. Be careful who you lend money to. Because that's also a trick that these so-called fake friends will try and, whether it's friends, family, or even your lover. I'm sorry, I have to detect like it is. I have to tell you the truth. Yeah. So by you balancing out your finances or bringing other things, that makes any sense. So maybe you might have had, you may have been like up and down, but it could be look at who's around you. Look at who's around you. Also look at who you may be getting financial guidance from, or who you're supporting. Because I'm going to say this again. If you're supporting people or giving money to people that's going through karma, that's like saying you're telling the universe, yeah, that you don't agree with their judgment, so you want to intervene. Don't do that. That will backfire on you. That's if that is the case. I'm not saying it is, that's just if that is the case. Anyone else? So thank you, Origins. What's the name again? Origin SL? Oh, sorry, EL. Yeah, that's it. Sickle cell. Thank you. Yes, that's it. Sickle cell. That's what I was looking for. Sickle cell. Thank you. Anybody else have a question? Told you. Oh, they are. Let's talk. You know what? Leave them, let them work together. Do you understand me? Just know that divine intervention does come at the right time. Never on our time. Because I used to think that too. I used to think to myself, like, why is it taking so long? But the universe doesn't work on your timing. But when it does happen, it will happen for the right reasons and to have the best impact, good or bad. That's what I can say. I know that sounds mad, innit? But that's the truth. You know what I mean? That's the truth. Oh, you know, good. Sometimes people just need reminded, but yeah, that's all that shit. So just let them carry on in it. Never intervene, don't bother confront. That's what they want you to do. They want you to engage in that back and forth, so that it's just to them. That's just the easiest way of them extracting your energy. Do you understand? And because you're arguing with them, it's like you're going to absorb whatever negative energy that they're swimming in, basically. And I've been attacked like that so many times. Yeah. You could kind of call me an expert on that now. So now I don't give them the reaction they're looking for. And I think that's what makes them even more angry. Thank you for joining. You're getting help living out your truck. That's not a bad thing. You can explore the world that way, innit? Do you know what I mean? Save money. As long as you got the right, what's the word, amenities, like you're comfortable while you sleep, you got places to facilitate your hygiene and stuff like that, then don't worry about it. Enjoy it while it lasts, do you know what I mean? Because with this increase in the heating up of the universe, yeah, things are moving swiftly. How do I just go with the flow, innit? Let me get a few more. Yeah, strength. A lot of you have had to show a lot of strength. You may not even have known that you had this strength. Some of you might have, you might surprise yourself, you know? Whereas before, maybe with not having any support or any kind of guidance, even anybody to express it to, they was hoping that with what they did, that they can make you crash, basically. So anything you see these people experiencing, that's what they want you for you. That's a fact. Anything you see these people experiencing is what they wanted for you. But they're just going to experience it on a bigger scale purely because it wasn't justified what they did. Yeah. So some of you already in a union, Some of you are destined for a union. Some of you, I could say, because in the upright, so that's a good thing. Some of you, these people are trying to cock block you from having a union. So that's like by like defamation of character, slandering your name. So many people are even trying to insinuate that the STDs that they have, it came from you. No, boo boo. These are people that like to judge a book by its cover. Yeah, this is justice. This is your justice playing out. The collective justice is playing out. Spirit, I want to know, is this justice happening now? Yes or no? Is divine justice playing out currently? Spirit, yes or no? Is divine justice playing out currently? Spirit, yes or no? Yes, it is. Again, I have to like personify this warning to be mindful of people asking for help. Be very mindful because we're at a very pivotal moment whilst you're getting justice. So it's like literally like they want to do anything to reverse this or stop this for you. Do you understand? This is why don't be quick to just help anybody. You can't take that. Ooh, told. This is the truth. Look at that. Ace of Swords again. See that? It doesn't matter. Yeah. They're just mad because they couldn't have us in the Nine of Swords. Maybe some of you've come out of this energy. Maybe some of you experienced that for a period of time. But once you was in it, I can guarantee you these people would have been adding more on top to keep you in it in the hopes that it brings you to an early demise. That was never going to happen. That was the ultimate goal, was to cause your early demise. Yeah, this is judgment. Yeah. You call judgment on the situation. Whenever in doubt, that's what we do, collective. I promise you. Just call judgment. Whether you add it in your prayers or you add it in meditation, you just ask the divine or the universe for judgment. Period. And then let the universe do the rest. I only pull cards for those that like and share the live. If you're not going to like and share, then you can't ask for anything. Because nothing's free in this world. Page of Cups. Queen of Cups. This is the energy that you're actually seen in. You are kind, you are thoughtful. Maybe for some of you, this is who you're destined to encounter. Even though it says a Queen of Cups, it can still be a male energy. It just means that he's also balanced with this male and female energy. You know, so he's not afraid to show his emotions. To me, I don't believe that a man shedding tears is a sign of weakness. That shows he's confident and comfortable with expressing himself. Do you understand? So society's statistics, I ain't listening to that at all. That's just some bullshit. Six of Pentacles. This is where we earn our success or gain our success. Notoriety, I just heard. Is by sharing your gifts with others, because we all have gifts, guys. That's the thing. You may not realize it, but we all have gifts. If you're willing to do the work, like you've got to sacrifice something in the sense of, I just heard restrain. Not saying they can't do certain things, but it can't be to a point where it's like it's every day. It's like a life for you. Just like they say, like you can drink alcohol, but don't do it like a thing where you're alcohol dependent. You got to drink. You can't go a day without a drink. You understand? You got to eat healthily. You understand me? Be very mindful of what you watch, what you listen to, what you eat. I mean, I had to do it. In order for me to come off all these medications, I had to do it. It wasn't easy to, you don't get a handbook. It's about trial and error. You're guided on what things to use, but you're not told or guided on how to use it. That's up to you. Do you understand? It's like trial and error. If I can do it, you can do it. And then with the Page of Cups, listen, whether you receive happy news or what's coming in for you is going to be happy, someone's going to reach out to you, you're about to obtain something that's going to bring you some type of happiness, you're going to have returned to you maybe what they stole from you. Could be, do you know what I mean? There's no more heartbreak for you. Do you know where you're going to have any type of heartbreak, collective? Is if you go back to any of these people that are going through karma that betrayed you. Yeah. You cannot go back. You cannot have a relationship with any of these people that was deceptive, had a hidden agenda, and did unfair dealings against you. And the good news is it's being exposed. So maybe either you're going to have returned to you something that was stolen. You've been vindicated. Let me just say that first off. You've been vindicated. Yeah, because you are a Queen of Pentacles in the upright. So that tells me there must be a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse that is basically going down for, I just heard, misappropriating funds. So this is a liar. This is someone that's not good with money. This is a thief. Misappropriated fund. Yeah, I told you. You know what High Priestess in the reverse is, isn't it? That's a witch. This is someone that's claiming to be of love and light, but they're not. The same thing I was saying to you about going to the wrong reader that's trying to fake being one of us. You're going to know. The same ones that are out here, because I can advertise, but I can't. Listen, spiritual law states, yeah, when you're looking for the divine, yeah, you can't just jump in someone's inbox, yeah, and offer them a reading. It doesn't work like that. Anybody doing that, that's a witch. Let me tell you, you have to request it. Do you understand? We cannot come and ask you and be like, oh, do you want me to? It doesn't work like that. Anybody trying to do that, just know they ain't got the right intentions for you. And it's more than likely a trap. Yeah, this is what this prep told you. Look at that. This is who's been doing spell work. This is the person doing spell work. Doing dark or trying to do kitchen. I call it, what's it? Kitchen witch. Yeah, kitchen witch that's not celebrating. They may have been celebrating in the past because 3 of Cups is celebrating, but I'm also seeing this could have been 3 people. Maybe that's it, the power of 3. Maybe people thought that if there was 3 of them, they were to be powerful. There's not 3 no more. Oh shit. Maybe there was 3, then 1 passed, then there was 2. I just heard now there's only 1. Stop it! Now there's only 1. So whoever these witch BITCHESs are, yeah. Who know you're watching? Yeah. Oh, look at that. These people that are stuck in what they did. So what I told you, whatever they already, do you know what? I just said this 10 minutes ago. Whatever they was doing whatever they continue to do, because what's the word? Whatever covenant or oath they took with whatever demonic entity that they took, they're bound to it. They ain't moving forward from this. Whatever they was dabbling in, they're stuck in that shit. They can't pass it on to anybody else. Maybe some of them did this to get a King of Cups, maybe. They wanted someone with some type of spiritual rank. I'm sensing because they want to have some type of access to somebody else's divinity because they have none. But that's the path they chose. And if they continue to do dirty, dark things, they should have expected at some point that shit was going to come and bite them in the ass. It is what it is. You understand? That's nobody's fault but their own. I know there's people like this always like to blame others for their own downfall. No, boo-boo. Your downfall was self-inflicted. Yeah. They're mad because, look at that. This has been taken, well, this is what he was aiming to acquire, and he didn't. Or maybe this is how they try to portray themselves as someone that's brings people together, someone that's traditional. Now, this is in the upper, so that tells me these are people of honor. So this is us, the Divine Collective. That are or know exactly what unconditional love is. This is our birthright. Because we did the work. We paid our dues. We paid dues for shit that wasn't even ours to pay. We carry burdens that wasn't even ours to carry. You understand? No more. Oh. Shit. Why is this? Look, that's in reverse too. Yeah. So somebody expected to get some type of level up, promotion, new job. You ain't getting shit. 6 months in the reverse, you ain't getting nothing. Whatever you did wasn't successful. Or if that's how you was getting some type of success and notoriety before, not anymore. Told you. Told you. This is judgment. Yeah. The world is giving you judgment. And it's funny, yeah. I don't know why this came out my mouth. It's funny, yeah. When I said that the sun, the way the sun is burning, it's like it's forcing certain things or forcing change. And those that refuse not to change, you're being burnt out. You are being burnt out of existence. That's your own choice. So you can't blame other people for the choices and the action that you took, that we did not reciprocate. Let me make that very clear. We did not reciprocate nothing. And you're mad because not only is the sun exposing you, but so is the universe. So is nature. Do you understand? So those tarot readers on there, these demonic ones that are out here misleading people and trying to distort the energy for the real ones, yeah, you're getting your asses handed to you. I promise you. Because yeah, people are supposed to have discernment, but you're deliberately trying to mislead people. Not only that, when you get a reading from someone that's not divinely ordained to do it, it's more than likely because you've given them access to your energy. They can do anything. They can put spell work on you. They can do rituals on you. They can take whatever they want from you. They can destroy your life in totality. They can destroy your life. If you're not fully aware, they can destroy your life. So always remember to remove access. Remember to say it out loud. When you say it out loud or say it in your mind, remember to, if you do get reading for somebody that you're not too sure about, remember to remove and cancel all access. Okay, if you don't, They're gonna do shit over the moon cycle and F your shit up. That's what they've been doing. They can make you come up in spots. I don't know, they can affect your womb, they can affect any part of you. And they do it because they think it's funny. That's how twisted these people are, they think it's funny. Yeah, see it there? Nothing but straight devils, I promise you. And like my nan would always say, who don't learn will feel. And I've had too many lessons, I don't need no more. You understand? And this is why I say things the way I do. Because I carry the frequency of it. Do you understand? That is my position. Ain't no one but the divine can tell me otherwise. Not no comic family members, not no corrupt government. Do you understand? Not no demonic doctor surgery or occultist hospitals. None of that shit. Exactly. I said what I said. Monsieur Ross, been a tip at the top. Listen up, listen. Monsieur Ross, been a tip at the top. Don't let people seduce you either. Because that's another way to have you trapped. Just rebuke it. If you're not sure, rebuke it. Rebuke and denounce it, period. Because by you not even responding or saying anything, that's kind of like agreeing to it or being complicit in whatever it is they're attempting to do. That you might not have full knowledge on. Do you understand? But you also have the right and the authority to rebuke and denounce it, period. Alright. Look at, ooh, I like it. Collect. Look at that star card. Look. Listen, you see any people out trying to do earth magic, it's not going to work on us because already aligned with nature, already aligned with the planet. Do you understand? It's like everything talks to you. Has anybody noticed like you could be out in public and people's animals try to approach you? It's nice, but what I don't like is when the owner, all right, if the dog's aggressive, I'll understand why the owner might not want their dog to, or you to touch their dog. But you get some people that are just nasty and biased and they yank their dog. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because the animal's only doing what an animal's supposed to do. And if you got a problem with that, then you shouldn't have that animal. You understand? That's wrong. And I cannot stand when I see people doing things like that. 9 times out of 10, the people don't mind. Like, if you want to stroke the animal, they don't mind. And I've had that. But I've also had people where they've yanked their dog away from me. And to me, that's cruel. So look at that. Ooh, look at that. Quite a few earth cards out here, guys. Quite a few earth cards. Goddess of Earth, 7 of Earth, 10 of Earth. 5-star. Great Mother, Wisdom Keeper. So we got quite a few major arcanas. Free for free. And I was hearing it. It's the karma may be hitting these people in threes. Whether it's 3 people at a time or 3 backfires at a time. Or 3 things one after the other, like back to back to back to back to back. So, let me find out what cards these are first. All right, this one says Earth. Anyway, wait. Earth. 7 and 10. goddess of earth. So this is a minor arcana. What? So we got 5 major arcanas. I've never had that before. Hold on. Major arcanas. Wait. 5, 7. That was 7 of earth, isn't it? Yeah. So it's 4 major arcanas. So we got the 10 of earth. No, 10's offering. Oh, so it's free. Oh, so is it free for free then? I said that in the beginning, that I said free for free in it. So it is free for free. Maybe your blessings are coming in freeze as well, collective. While their backfires is coming in freeze. It's hitting them in freeze. I'm liking this. Yeah. All right, let me do the earth ones. So we got the 7 of earth and goddess of earth. 161 173. 161 161. So I've had this card before then. Right. The earth with the, do you know, I seen one of these kind of animals one time in my old area. I was terrified. Oh shit, we got 10 is minute 3 for free, right? 7 first, yeah? It says your wisdom is wild magic stampedes through the green sacred woods, filling the forest with the sound of hooves, pounding the earth and branches, breaking and the scents of cedar and pine oak and musk. A herd of stags is running. The rut is on. Give way to their virile jousting, antlers crashing in combat. Though none are killed, dominance, ecstasy, and the future are one. It says your essence is masculine animal energies, fertility, vitality, strength, sexuality, carp diem. I have no idea what that means. And your count says, regardless of your gender, within you is an untamed animal power, a divine blessing of masculine vitality and sexuality, instinctual creativity and strength that can be harnessed if you have the courage to be open. Your magic is go into the woods and call in the divine wildness and animal power of creation with the words, hoof and horn, all the dice shall be reborn. Hoof and horn, all that dies shall be reborn. I never heard of that one before, but yeah, then we got to find. Sorry, guys, I missed 10 of earth. Did I get it though? No, I used to get 10 of earth now. Sorry. The Web of Life, 166. Look at that, perfect. Which is this one. Web of Life. All right. Seize the golden thread leading into the magic forest, a strand in the web of mushrooms, and mycelium, the conscious. Web of life, lie open upon the mossy ground and listen below the surface of soul and perception is a network of connection, alive and humming with messages, pulsing with the energy, nourishment, and healing flowing from one being to another. Everything is joined in this interwoven mystery. Your essence is consciousness of creation, interconnection, communion, green wisdom. You are never alone. Web of support. And your magic is, oh, this is so cute. Take a walk and ask a plant to be your ally and teacher. to help you understand the greater consciousness of life. It may be a weed growing in the sidewalk or the largest tree in the park. Wherever it is, observe it, listen to it, talk to it, research its biology, folklore, and medicine, cultivate your relationship with it, and honor its wisdom. Good idea. I'm actually going to try this, Goddess of Earth. The wisdom is, when summer comes, lie down with your belly to Mother's Earth. Smell the soil, the scent of life being nourished. A woman, a cow, an ancient figure of strange and welcome wonder appears. Barley to her, east, blue lotus to her. Her west, she stands before you. Her milk filling the bowl in her lap and overflowing, spilling into the river, running through the green valleys around her. Your essence is maternal blessings, love, nourishment, abundance, divine love embodied, gratitude, sweetness of life, encouragement. Yeah, let me do the star one. Major arcanas. All right, 5 star, 187. Remember that song? Your love is a 187, taking me to heaven. I don't know why I thought of that song. All right, the wisdom keeper is 227, 187 and 227. One 187 and 227. Right, the star card. There's a light within you that shines in your eyes. When you're awake and aware, it's the magic of your purpose, held aloft to light the path before you. But until you know who you are, you won't know where you're going. Shining with the essence of your being, your joy, your destiny, it's time to be guided by a gleaming and heavenly light. Oops, and I lost the page then. Right, your essences, sacred signs, illumination, inspiration, insight, purpose, destiny, a blessing received. You are the manifestation of creation's magic. You are a love spell cast by the divine to bring beauty, life, and love into the world. It can be hard to believe and easy to forget. You may feel panic that the vision you're carrying, your goals and your ambitions will become a heavy yoke around your shoulders, a burden that you're not up to carrying. You're making it heavy because of doubt and worry. Remember, stars are lights. Learn to carry your purpose with joy. Oh, your magic is to go outside and make a wish upon a star. Upon the first star you see, dance beneath your star and feel your power to make your wishes come true. Write it all down when you get home, and then the next day, take a step toward making your wish come true. Continue making your star-lit magic and taking action until your magic manifests. That's another way of doing it. I've never heard that one before. The next one out, guys, we've got is the Wisdom Keeper. As the pilgrims journey on, somewhere a wisdom keeper is waiting. A sudden dip in the path, an unexpected detour, a sharp intake of breath upon the sighting of a deer. What are they saying to you about seeing deers? And then, as if by magic, the wisdom keeper appears. The pilgrim feels the subtle shift, feels electricity charge the air and prick her skin, feels her breathing shorten and the beating of her heart quicken. That she prays, then pulls aside a tippy flap and steps inside into blackness. Quickly stepping out again, she sees her breath in the freezing air and feels cold snow beneath her feet. Your essence is traditional wisdom, life illumination, revelations in daily existence, spontaneous magic. Last but not least, the Great Mother. All right, let's see. The Great Mother. 234. One page away. 234. The Great Mother. In the beginning, the Great Mother poured her starry milk across the night sky to nourish the awakening spirits of her children. She felt their longing to be held and loved. So powerful was the love. She felt that she began to dance, spinning faster and faster until the power of her dancing created time and space, stars and planets, and all the elements of creation. Her love created the earth, which was so beautiful that she descended to it, leaving a trail of stars behind her, forever circling the northernmost point in the heavens above. I'm not going to read it all because it's like almost 3 pages worth. Like, hello. Your essence is goddess, divine, embodiment, creation, love, nature, nurture, abundance, generosity, blessings, fulfillment, affirmations. You're perfect just the way you are. You have things to learn, skills to develop, self-acceptance, and healing to attend to. But great oaks from little acorns grow. The blueprint for your soul's fulfillment and for your destiny is already within you. Mother yourself, give yourself the love and encouragement, care and reassurance, nourishment and attention you deserve. Your quote is, she changes everything she touches, and everything she touches changes. That's a nice one. So, take what fits and let's see what's up the rest of the day. Yeah. So just know that these weirdos are watching you hard. You know when an evil eye, excuse me, or maybe like speaking badly as you're doing you because, like I said, the cards, excuse me, fly. And someone's mad that I'm speaking. So that they're trying to get you to lose your breath. They love trying to trip up your words. But they don't have any power. You understand? Acknowledging them and wasting time on them is what, because look at that 1010. It's a wrap, 1010. It's a wrap. Look at that, it's a wrap. So yeah. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed that. So I'm grateful for those that stayed and grateful for those that engaged. Thank you for engaging. Has anybody else noticed their phone going funny? It's like, I don't know if it's the technology or if it's these people trying to mess with your technology. It's a reach. Oh yeah, we got 3 aces in it. The ace of swords, the ace of cups, and the ace of wands. What do I do with the rest of them? Oh, there they are. There they are. So yeah, thank you for the likes and shares. I appreciate that. Let me see. 2. There should be more than 2. I saw 2 people repost it. Or maybe you took back your repost. It is what it is. Because I reposted my own live once, so that would have been 1. So if one of you did take back your repost, that's actually quite sad. Sometimes, collective, you just got to do this to certain people. Because you know everybody else can hear it perfectly, but you always get that one odd, what do you call it, troll account that has to like talk shit in the comment section. So sad. Maybe they should just go and heal. But yeah, so one of you took back your repost, more for you, because that's more of a reflection on you. So that's all I requested, yeah, for me to yeah, I just think it's quite sad that people act like that. So clearly these are people that are not healed, which is a reflection of what the work they haven't done that they may need to do. And the fact that yeah, look at that. So there should be 3 reposts, not 2. So I'll be taking this up with this. They've done this before, where people have actually, even like on my YouTube, where they've stolen the views, or they've changed the amount of views that I had, and I can clearly see how much views I got.